Hello, my name is Chamonix and I'm a councillor at the City of Cockburn in Perth. Today I'll be telling you about the 5 W's of being a councillor or an elected member. Firstly, we'll talk about the what. What is it that a local government elected member does? According to the Local Government Act in Western Australia of 1995, there are 4 things that a local government councillor is supposed to do. Firstly, they have to represent the interests of residents. Secondly, they have to provide leadership and guidance to the community. Thirdly, they have to facilitate communication between the council and the community. And fourthly, they have to participate in the decision-making at council meetings of the city. Secondly, I'm going to be talking about the where. Where are councillors elected? In the City of Cockburn, we have a ward system. We have 3 wards. You are elected by your ward. In other words, you don't have to live in that ward, but if you live in that ward and you run for that ward, the people who live in that ward elect you. However, once you are actually elected, you represent the whole of the city, not only the ward that you are elected in. You have to make decisions based on what's best for the whole of the city. So the next question is when? When do councillors do their job? Most councillors actually have full-time jobs. No, not being a councillor is something else. When you are a councillor, it's only a part-time position. And so you tend to do your council role where you can, when you can. And I basically take any opportunity in the day that I have to either check my emails, return calls to people, or read some agenda papers that I need to look into. The third one we'll be looking at is the where. Where do councillors do their role? Where do they perform their job? Basically, to be a councillor is a part-time position. Most councillors have full-time positions. In other words, they work somewhere else. As a councillor, it's only a part-time and seen as a voluntary position. And so you basically have to fit in your requirements or your expectations of the role in between everything else of life that it throws at you. I, for example, do mine different times of the day. It might be while traveling to work. It might be in my lunchtime. It might be before or after work. It's basically any extra time that you can squeeze out of your day when you'll be looking after your council role and try and fit in as much as you can. Most of the role requires you being on a phone or on an iPad or a computer. So if you have internet connection, you can and a telephone, you can basically just take that anywhere with you and work while you're out and about. The 4th W that I'll be looking at is the why. Why do people run for local government? I believe there are 3 reasons why people run for local government. Firstly is if they have a genuine interest in representing their community. Secondly is if they have a specific issue that they would like to pursue. For example, if they want to fight the installation of it, for example, a telephone mast in a specific area. And thirdly is a lot of people who have further political aspirations, such as running for state or federal government, often use the entry as a local government member into their further political career. And the 5th W that I'll be looking at today is the who. Who usually run for local government? Firstly, we have a number of retirees who usually run in local government. Secondly, we have mostly people who are either preschool children or shall I say pre-children age, in other words, before they start with a family, and are young couples or young single people, or they are people who don't have children in school anymore or only in primary school, but certainly most people with young children, in other words, under primary school between 0 and 6, don't usually run for council because having a family is so all-involving at that age that people don't see how they could actually fit being a local government councillor into their daily routine on top of everything else. Then we also have business people who have either their own businesses or who have successfully run as CEOs of companies, or who are well-known leaders or just do really well in their field. The last one is I don't believe that we have enough business people as councillors. Very few business owners run for council, and also very few people who are in high-paid or leadership positions out in the business world run for council. I believe that that's a big deficiency. It would be great if we could have more of those people involved in council. However, as you now understand, it is a part-time role to be a councillor, and so those people with their own businesses tend to be out working most of the time and so wouldn't have time in their day to fit being a local government member. And there you go, the 5 W's of being an elected member. Thank you for listening. And let me know in the comments below if there are any other specific topics that you would like to hear from similar to this one. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching my video, and make sure that you watch the other videos in the series. They are topics like how to get council's attention, how to do deputation to council, what does a councillor do, what does the councillor schedule look like, how can a councillor be disqualified. Make sure that you subscribe, and we'll be in touch soon. See you in the next video.